What up, bruh?
What's up, man?
I just had
Another
an
day.
idea. I just had an
What's up,
idea.
bro?
I think when we start, we should hit the intro video and then we pop up.
I told you, fool.
Hey, let's try it again real quick. Hold on.
Welcome,
Yep.
everybody, to another episode of The Dark Truth. I am your boy, Johnny Blaze, with my co-host, Shady J. You see, I think that's better, bro.
That was so good. I love that. Let's do that from now on.
All right. You guys ever win?
Perfect.
Oh, what? We moved it this
Bro, we in the Matrix?
Bro, did we just become best friends? No, I'm just kidding. Um, no, dude. Hey, how was your day, bro?
It was good, bro.
Good?
It was good. I did 2 eyebrows, which I absolutely love doing eyebrows. I love doing the eyebrows, dog. They're my favorite. I mean, they're like the best thing that you could do on a vehicle.
I
Like,
think
if
if you
you
keep
don't have an
saying
eyebrow,
that.
you're not blocking out enough heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting enough heat blocked out, man. Like, you're
Bro,
just not. Like, you're getting it all. You're doing it all wrong.
bro, okay, people in the chat. I don't know how many people we got watching, but how much benefit IR are we benefiting from a strip
Dude, you're
film?
at least getting 5. At
Are
least
you using
5%.
are you using dyed film or are you using ceramic?
Dude, I'm using super ceramic
What?
70%.
Super nano?
So you can still look directly into the sun, but block out all the heat.
Bro, I think you're onto something. Are you like
But
a
yeah,
window
I
tinter or
did
something?
maybe. I
Okay,
don't know,
okay.
dude. I think I'm
That
just a
explains.
podcast host.
Okay.
But
No,
anyways,
but
it was a good day. And then I pulled in 2 doors because I forgot the lady approved her proposal. It was wanting in really soon, and she texted me, and I was like, I was gonna take the rest of the day off after that second eyebrow, but I was like, I could do it today. And then she picked up at 5 o'clock,
so
and I
you're
was like,
saying there's a car right now that's missing two doors.
it's missing them. Like it doesn't have it
It's a Jeep.
attached.
Let me guess, it's a Jeep Wrangler.
It's a Gladiator, close though.
Gladiator. Okay.
Close. Super
That's
close, bro. Why does this keep going off, Johnny? Did you turn it off?
I meant to turn it off, but did not turn it off right? You might have to. There it
Dude,
is. There it is.
did you forget to charge it, dude? That's what you did, bro.
That's what it was. Yeah. Hold on.
God, dude.
You
I
got
gotta
it.
do all this shit. I
You
gotta
need
do
help?
everything.
Hold on. Let
Gotta
me
do
help.
it. Oh,
Uh,
oh,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Okay. All right. No, man, dude. I had one of those days, bro, where like I know you didn't ask, but I'm just gonna tell you
I was
because
about
just
to.
I'm like this is where I'm at right now in
All
life.
right.
Calm down, John.
By the way, what's up, everybody in the chat? Who's here? Who we got here? We got Jamie. We got Sal. We got Jamie. We got Sal. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Sal?
What's up, Jamie? What's up, Sal? Yo, look. So I had one of those days, bro, where you just don't feel comfortable. It's not that you're like, and everything is fucking up. Like you're starting to get more contamination than you're used to. Your hands look like this. Well, they're
Yeah.
clean right now, but god dang, bro, they were black, dude. And I was trying to get the I was trying to like build momentums. Like I was taking breaks, I was walking
Right.
away. I was like today was not an efficient day, or was it? Like we did do some work, but it wasn't enough to like to make a difference today. And the
Right.
whole team was like that. The whole team. The only one that was on point today was Michelle because she pre-cuts everything for me.
Right. She
So
had it
that was the
already,
that
and y'all
was the
just kind of was behind or whatever.
yeah. Olivia goes and cleans the windows. Michelle preps the windows, has the windows ready. I just go in there, do my job.
I love it.
And then and then Olivia backtracks and cleans. But everybody was just like, bro, we did not get enough sleep or something. Everybody was just like,
Like, just
thought,
fucking tired from working,
yeah. And so
probably.
as a leader, you gotta you gotta peep game on that, and then you gotta be like,
Right.
okay, my team right now is on like can't do it right now. So we're gonna just cruise control until a certain time, and we chose 5 o'clock today. So we're like, hey, instead of leaving at 6, we're gonna leave at 5. Whatever, like, don't focus on how many windows you do. Just make sure the quality is there. If you have to
Yeah.
run through shit, like run through it. Like, so that was my day today, bro. In a
Oh, yeah.
nutshell.
I mean, got stuff done, but I mean, there's always tomorrow, right? Like,
There's always tomorrow.
there's always tomorrow.
If
More
God
windows to
permits.
do. Yeah, dude, you can wake up, bro. Chill. All right, let's bring our guest on, bro.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
even look
yeah.
like it.
Who do
It
we
doesn't
got on
even look
this?
like he's. Oh, we have. Oh, by the way, we haven't even said, but y'all could probably read. I mean, we're tenors. I don't know, but you could probably read. We got the Ricky Miller.
Oh yeah.
The Ricky Miller showing up. It doesn't even look
Yeah.
like he's here. Hold on, let me see if he's even here. And here's Ricky Miller. Whoa, there he is. What's up, dude?
How's it going, guys?
Damn, bro. I thought I was on Tinder. I was just swiping left.
Hey, he said yes to this dress. No, I'm just playing. What's up, Ricky?
Nothing much, man. New day, same problems. You know, just grinding out summer right now. Finally,
Yeah.
hot out here. So
Finally, dude, it's been hot here for like 2 months. Feels like.
Bro, you're in Nevada. Doesn't it stay hot?
nah, this has actually been a pretty mild summer so far. And I say that, and it sounds crazy when I say it because we still have been like 102, 103. But usually at this point, we're like teetering 110, 112, like multiple times during the week, and we've only hit it maybe a couple times. And then we're still
but it's a
below
dry heat.
So
Yeah, it's dry heat. You get underneath
It's
the
a
shade, you're
heat.
good.
yeah. It's well, it's as long as it's not windy. What's horrible about our heat is when it's like 107 plus and it's windy, because then it feels like your eyes are on fire. Like you
On
step
fire.
outside, you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay in today.
Really? Does the heat hit you in the eyes like that, or what?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Really?
It sucks. Like when
I
it's
guess it doesn't really happen
but-
here because it's like fucking walking through soup. Like it's fucking terrible.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
Do
in
you
Texas.
walk out? You literally walk outside and it's like you're in a steamer. You're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, who turned the Jiffy on out here, dude? It's fucking hot.
I know, for real. For
We've
real.
had that a little bit because we actually have gotten a little bit of rain. Like I think we finally had our first like rain in about 100 and something days about 3 weeks ago, to where we finally.
Dude, do y'all even have grass out there?
No,
That's
It's illegal.
crazy, bro.
They-
Are you? Hold on. What did you just fucking say?
yeah. All right. So
Is it literally illegal to have grass?
yeah,
What?
and
Hold on, dude. Oh,
can't put
hold
new
on.
grass
Let me get
in.
my notepad out real quick.
Are we talking about the same grass?
Yeah, you cannot put in grass in Vegas. It's against the law now. Like it was the last time I was actually up on it is like you could do nothing. It has to be desertscape in the front yard, and then the backyard you were able to do a certain percentage. But last I heard, they ripped that away completely. It all has to be either turf or desertscape.
Why?
That's
You know
why.
why?
Dude, Lake Mead's almost like I actually just was reading an article trying to kill some time. They just passed I forget how much. I think it was a certain amount of federal government just pretty much bailed out Lake Mead because of how low it's getting right now. California just made a deal to where they can fund the lake because of how low it's getting at the moment. So it's depressing when you do.
Bro, y'all are buying water?
I guess pretty much.
That's crazy.
It's depressing, dude. When we first moved out here, when I was young and we go out to like when I was a kid and we go out to Lake Mead, like you go out there now and you can see on the sides of the hills and mountains,
Right.
like, where it used to be. And it's
Right.
like, significant, like
Yeah.
100 foot plus.
Right.
Like I remember looking over the Hoover Dam and be like, oh, the water's right there. Now you got to like lean.
Fucking
all the way
yeah.
over. It's like, oh, there's the water. It's all the way down there. So
Dang.
That's
yeah.
wild. Because I'm assuming that you would need to water your grass and shit like that, and it would consume
That's
water from the lake and shit.
So
We
how
actually-
do people with pools do it?
I mean,
It's recycled.
you can fill, like, obviously you can put pools in. If your pool starts leaking and you have over usage, like I didn't realize I had a sprinkler head leaking in my front yard. I actually got a text message from the utility company like, hey, your water usage is way above where it usually is. Like, go check. And like, if you don't pick up on something like that, you obviously got to pay for the water. And
Right.
if you overuse dramatically, they start finding you. Like if you're
That's
watering
crazy.
like during the summer, you can water every day. Has to be during a certain time period of the day. But as soon as you hit like winter and stuff like that, it's once a week. If you water more than once a week, and they now with everything being digital, they can tell.
They can track that shit immediately,
Oh,
like
yeah.
by the fucking milliliter, bro.
Yeah.
There's a shortage of water in the adjacent town to us, Conway. They've got to where they can't like water their yard. They can't turn the splash pads on because the lake that they get their water from is so dry. And luckily where I live, it's not the same water supply. Ours is from like a fucking huge lake. But yeah, there's posts and stuff about people bitching about, I saw this person watering their yard and blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like the Wild West over there. Like, no thanks. I'm glad I live out here.
I have my own water plant.
Hell yeah.
So I don't have to worry about
So how do y'all? So
it's a water well.
Oh, you have a well.
We've got two here, but one of them's for the barn that Jessica's father-in-law uses, and then we had another one up here closer to the house for like watering plants and shit, because there's used to be a bunch of horses and shit out here. That's where it was super beneficial or whatever. But I think they took it apart to fix the other one or something. I don't know. But well water's decent whenever it works, you know.
Yeah. Only time I've ever experienced well water is when I go see family back in New York, living upstate, and my wife's cousin, the property that she's on, they have a well that you can just sit there and pump and just dump that water. And that's what feeds their house too. So it's like if everyone showers and it does run low, it's like the water pressure bottoms out. It's like anything on. Give it like
nobody take a shit.
Yep.
Yeah. You'll burn that pump. It's
yeah, the pumps are fucking apparently super expensive.
They are.
But anyways, enough random talk. Ricky, what have you been up to lately, bro?
It's grown up talk, bro. What you mean?
I know this shit that makes all the parents be like, fuck yeah, man, I water my grass.
We're just starting a progressive commercial. Don't become your parent.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, man, it's been the same old, you know. The grind of the summer is obviously here. It's been, I mean, obviously, like I said, it hasn't been as hot as obviously I think I would want it to be, only because I can see this is like the first year. Like I've always obviously paid attention to our leads coming in, and as the years have progressed and my position has changed within the company, I pay attention a lot more to our numbers. That like seeing a drop in like 5 to 8 degrees in our temperature, I can see
your sales correlate.
Oh, my leads.
That's crazy.
Oh, like by about 20% or so, all of a sudden, like we'll have like 40 consultations booked one week. Heat goes up, and now we're at like 62, 65. And then all of a sudden we get like 2 cool days, and you'll see it just all of a sudden drop by 10 leads. And then it gets hot again for a good period of time, picks right the hell back up. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's been good though.
It's different.
Yeah, it's been, if anything, it's been nice. I think for what I'm feeling, at least here in Vegas, is that we're gonna have hopefully a late summer, because like I said, it didn't really get like hot. Like we sat in like the 80s.
We kind of did that here too. Yeah, it kind of went slowly and got hot as fuck.
Yeah. So like I'm hoping that we have a late summer. That'd be nice. Like let's just stay in the 100 to 105 for as long as possible. I mean, plenty of people plenty of my friends and stuff. I had like a friend get together last night. One of my buddies' kids' birthday. They had like a big balloon fight, and like we're standing out there. Yesterday was one of the hot days. It was like 108 at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and just standing in the sun. Just I can feel the sweat rolling down my back, and it's like, of all the days to be this hot, is the one where we're actually outside. But,
right. That's always how it works out too. It's like every day is like a good 75, and then it's 100 the day you got to go out and mow the yard and do the shit in the yard. You know?
So how many salesmen do you guys have, and then how many installers do you have?
So inside sales, I got 2 people, and then outside sales, I have 2. Josh is that's the main thing that Josh does. He doesn't install nothing. I mean, neither do I. So. But Josh is on sales calls all day. Then we brought a guy on last year, because that was our problem last year. Is we didn't have our sales team it was good, but it wasn't as dialed in. It wasn't as big as it needed to be. So we had to actually turn down our marketing and draw things back, because we had too many leads, which is obviously a great problem to have. Right. We have 2 outside, 2 inside, and then Auto, we have 2 full-time installers. We use 1 sub on their days off, so we always have 2 guys rolling at the same time. We just brought someone new on, which I like the kid. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 19, 20 years old, and he seems eager, which is like that's what I like to see.
Right.
Catching on pretty quickly. And then on the flat glass side, I have two full-time installers and 1 that like summertime he's full-time, and then like in the winter he does like he's on 4 days, but in the summer he's working 10 plus hour days when we're busy. So I consider he's full-time during the summertime, but in like the winter he only does 4 days. So we technically have like 3 installers, and then each department has a manager that each one of them can jump in and install when need be.
So you have like 10 people working for you, or is it 7? I lost count. I think you said 4. 4,
8,
10,
12, 14,
You don't want to
16.
16. God damn, living the high life over there, bro. I love it.
No,
I bet
more money.
Right, exactly. I've always loved that phrase because it's very true. But it's also like what problems you want to take on too. Like, we talked about this the other day. Like, what you want out of your business is what it's going to be. Like, if you want to be a solo operator like myself and just work from your garage at home and make decent money and not scale, fucking that's what it's going to be. It's going to be pretty lax, but also stressful because there will be those times where you're super slow or you get overwhelmed with too many leads or you skip calling people back. I've done that before. I actually didn't call 2 proposals that approved and paid deposits this past week, which I don't have a huge influx either. So it's like I just get squirrel brain. Or if you want to do like you and scale and make a shit ton of fucking money and have a bunch of employees, man, like you just got to make it happen. Yeah. And it's all in what you want. Like I don't take advice from you technically because you have more shit to worry about, but like the small things I'm sure, would be helpful. But like when it comes to like, man, you got to have this and you got to have that. Like, I don't even know examples because I don't fuck with it, like managing inventory. Like I already know my inventory in and out every day. You probably have to track it by fucking square inches, and make sure you're do what? Well, I know that, but you still track it, right? Exactly. So I'm saying I don't track it at all, and I got Tint Wiz. I just look at my box and I look at my wall.
Let him answer, dude.
lift the box a little bit, just like I'm good.
Yeah, dude. Or I'll look at it. I'll count how many rolls are down to the core, and I'm like, I got 2 doors left on this bitch.
No, but Shady, look, man, when you can take advice from the man because
of course, but I'm saying like when it comes to scaling, maybe
you are gonna get there. Matter of fact,
I'll forget it if he tells me now. If he tells me now, I'll forget 10 years from now. Whenever I'm wanting to get out of this shit and just hire a fuck ton of people and make it run on its own and be like, all right, see y'all later. Thanks, Ricky. Love you.
No. I was blessed in the fact that I got to come up through the business and I got to technically experience every position within the company. Like,
right.
I obviously have been an installer, and beyond that, when it was just like my mom and my dad and like maybe 1 or 2 other installers, like I worked the front. Like I've done the sales on cars. I've went out and done sales in flat glass. I've been the graphics guy. I've done the graphics. Like I've done every installing aspect possible. And then as we slowly started to scale, and as I got older, and what scaling I could kind of push onto my parents a little bit. Obviously I kind of took on that manager role, which in my eyes I failed miserably at. Like I probably was the like worst manager in the world, and like that's just being 100% honest. Like I was my mid to late 20s. I've complete screwed up, but I still look at it, I wouldn't change a thing because without those experiences, though, exactly. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Like
exactly,
I would love to have that knowledge and go back. It'd be fun, but it's like I wouldn't have became the person I am. And like thankfully, I made the right turns when I got confronted with certain things, and it took me a bit to make that turn, but I thankfully made the right turns. Like even like competing, like my first competition in 2012, it was like I went out to Louisville and I thought I was hot shit, so I was 25 piss and vinegar and like ready to go, and got humbled real quick, and thankfully I know Chris and all them and Les, Randy, and like that's when I first exposure to those guys. And then as I went and competed more and more, I realized like that's okay. I want to go, like they're gonna break your balls, but like they're doing it in a very nurturing manner.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd say,
Yeah, for sure.
You know? But
Yeah, I get that a lot, and that's what like I feel like camaraderie. I don't know how to say it, but the
Camaraderie.
whenever competitors are in the same building, like me and you, like we have that. I'm gonna bust your balls because but at the end of the day, I'm gonna respect you because it takes a lot of balls to be in front of a whole bunch of window tinters that know what you're doing,
Dude.
and then you get the shakes, you get, you get nervous in front of everybody, so. There's always like that respect between us. That's why I encourage like everyone to compete. But
Hell
then
yeah.
you start coming more and more to these events, and then you start like, oh, okay, like, dude, I respect you because I've competed against you. You know, we were in the same heat. Oh, hey, what's the measurement to that window, bro? Help me out. You know what I mean? Like, give me a heads up, or like, hey, uh, how did we just talk about it, and it's the adrenaline after the competition. Everyone can relate. We're all like on the same level.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Because we all have the equal opportunity to fucking win, dude. Like, there's nobody has an unfair advantage. Like, even if, dude, like, this is how I think about it. Even like a newcomer can get to the finals if it's their day and they do what's necessary to do to get to the finals. Like Andre Minart for example, he hasn't competed very often, and he got into the finals of Film Fest. Like, that's fucking badass. He went toe to toe with some of the best guys in the industry, and he might not have won, but he got to the finals. It's more than
huge.
Most people can say. Yeah. Because what was it? Only 8 people got to the finals or something like that. Was it 8 or 10? I can't remember.
Was 8.
8.
Which division?
Auto singles.
Auto singles was 10, right?
It was either 10 or 8. Either way, that's a lot of fucking to go from how many started competing.
I think it was 10 because there was one on each.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One on each
I certainly was 10. But I mean, yeah, still no. Making top 10. Oh, piss off, Kyle.
He was saying that over here on TikTok. I was looking at the chat over here too. Elmer's over here. A whole bunch of people.
Getting to the top 10. I mean, it's getting in the finals. I mean, that's in my eyes. Obviously the competition just starts before that, but that's the hard part. Getting into the finals to begin with. That is, did I have the day to get into the finals? Now let's get the competition going. Because like, all right, now you've done it once, can you do it again? And now that all the formats are starting to get into cumulative scoring, which, I've had my thoughts about it, but at the same time,
not a big fan, but I get it.
If I'm going to be honest though, like if you're going to claim to be the best, you should be able to do it 2 days in a row.
I agree.
I mean,
that's the reason I agree with it.
Yeah. I mean,
I disagree with it because what if I have a shit round and then I have a great round and then it's all for naught? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So it's, I mean, even like curveball, they did that WCT last year where it's like, I'm happy that's going to stick and stay to where it's like now if anything, I was losing focus in the preliminary round in flat glass because it's like, all right, I know what I need to do to get to the next round. And then it's like time to turn it on. It's like, no, that should already been turned on to begin with. And like, I ended up screwing myself last year. It was, I've said ad nauseum, use all your time. Don't try to be done fast. Don't save time. There's no reason. And then what do? I throw my done sign up with 30 seconds to go. And I sit there, I turn around and like instantly see water in the bottom corner. And I'm just like,
massive finger.
Oh. No, it just was I could see water curling. And it's like, if I just would have touched those couple edges, those couple points, like that saving just 1 point pushes me into 3rd place, maybe getting in 2nd place. Like it's right. It is what it is.
It's the nature of the beast, they say.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like, even with that round, I was happy to get in the finals. It's like, damn, all right. I got into the finals, and ran in some trouble there, but it's going to happen. There's nothing you do about it. Everyone that goes and competes, like Fernand just said, like all good tinters. Like I've always looked at the competitions that and I'm not saying the 20% don't deserve to be there because they have at least the balls to step up and do it. And
right.
It takes the first step. There's about 20% that most likely isn't going to advance. There's 80% of us that are in there that it's like a coin flip. Let's see who makes it in the final. And then if I was going to be 100% honest with myself, about 50% of the field 40 to 50% of the field. If I could hire them tomorrow, I'm
Right.
offering a job right
Yeah.
now because it's
Exactly.
a set and forget it person. Like, and they not beyond have the installation skills, they have had the experience within the industry to understand the ups and downs, the seasonality, and also the problem solving too. Like, that's the one thing that I'm kind of working through with my guys right now is it's like, you can be a great installer. To be like an elite installer, you got to put the problem solving with it. Like, this job's got to get done. I'm not saying put your life in risk, in danger, climb up on something, reach and do something stupid. Like, I did that back in the day because like my dad was going to do it. I'm looking at my pops. I'm like, I'm not going to be holding this ladder, watch you go up there and fall off and die. Like,
Exactly.
So it's like, I'd crawl up and get it done. And like, I always kind of had that pounded into my head from my dad was like, jobs got to get done. So it's like, I've done some sketchy stuff. I look at guys now and I tell them like, hey, dude, if you're not comfortable, don't do it.
Don't fucking do it, man.
Get mad at you. Like, just don't do it. If you need someone to hold your ladder, let me know. I'll make sure that we send 2 guys out. But like, if you absolutely can't do it, that's fine. Either me or Josh will go out and do it, and it's okay. And it's like, especially because it's like, I'm not going to get a lift for like a single window where I know I can get a 28-foot tilt up ladder, and there is a safe way of doing it. You just might not be comfortable doing it, which that is
right.
You know, I'm not going to force that upon anyone. You know.
Yeah. No, I love
Ricky's
that shit,
talking
bro.
about people being comfortable, and he makes himself uncomfortable getting up early and working out and jumping in the fuck cold plunge and shit and all that kind of stuff. Isn't that crazy? He lets people be comfortable except himself, dude. I love it. It's that champion mentality, though. It really is. I mean, I don't have it. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. and running. Fuck that. I'm not running, period. I don't run.
Bro, I'm running, bro. No, after so
hell no.
So for Film Fest, I've never like trained. I never did anything. I'm like, oh yeah, like I do this every day. Like, this is not gonna be, but every day in my garage, every other day in my garage, I would do like you know, some simulation of a competition, and I would do it with the gaskets in. And every time if I would cut the gasket, I would make myself do 10 push-ups, or you know, I would punish myself in a sense. Yeah,
bro, he's over here fucking boot camping it.
Oh yeah,
cut the rubber. All right, 10 lashings.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle, grab the bulldozer. I'm just kidding. Oh no, I cut the seal. Michelle. Sorry.
Thank you, ma'am. I have another. Oh.
No, but
It's so
no,
funny.
but yeah, man, like you're I see why you do it, because as a business owner myself, like sometimes you need to be awake before everyone.
Yeah.
Like, your brain needs to be already like in gear, you know what I mean? Because there's been times where I'll, you know, roll out of bed and I'm in front of a window and I'm tinting already, and I'm still trying to figure out, my hands just trying to catch up to my eyesight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that, man. I get that. And then you running, you get the blood pumping, blood comes to your brain, start thinking and shit like that.
Do you
Like,
listen to fucking Goggins and shit when you're up early, and Jocko and all them fuckers? He's like, yeah, dude, what do you mean, bro?
I got a tattoo.
So that's the insignia. That's Goggins' insignia.
One more time.
On my chest. So yeah, that's what got me into running, man. I was a plump fella. Any of the guys?
Were you?
I
think I remember you being a little chunky.
2012.
I saw a video, bro.
Google 2015.
Johnny's
homie was pregnant, bro. For a minute.
Google 2015 WFCT, the cover after the win that year, the cover. Look at me on the cover of that magazine. And like, that was the first year that I got called out, and like, to be honest, it did hurt like hell, but like, it did give me a nice little check. And that's when I actually started getting my health in check. Is I had someone that I knew from one of the manufacturer meetings was like, oh damn, dude, I thought you were your dad. And I was just like, I
can't
that
find
hurts.
it.
At the time, my dad was probably pushing like 230, 240, and like,
Pull
my
it
dad
up, Jimmy.
was the big guy. So it's like, he said that, and I was just like, damn, that hurt. So like, at that point, I started getting my health better in check, and then 2018 is when it really started getting like kicked off. Like, I needed to reclaim my health for myself, for my wife, and the fact that just to make me a better person.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then my son was
definitely
born.
For the wife, right?
Yeah, and then my son was born, which like, my wife will tell me like, you know, what about me? Like, you always say when he was born, like, what about me? Like, we were already together for 12 years at that point. She's like, what about me? I was like, you got me 99% there. He was just that 1% that like pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, I had my little boy, and like I wanted to set the example. Like my dad did set an amazing example
Love it.
for my work ethic, and for like, and he was in and out of the gym. Like he went through his phases of health, but he also was running a company by himself, and he didn't have the resources that are available now. Like, I at least got to grow up through a business, and then I was able to, I mean, with the internet and everything else we have, I'm able to dive into a bunch of different things and learn really quickly because of it. Like he was jumping into a new industry that was just kind of getting stood up, and like grabbed a box of film and taught himself how to tint, and then just like, I'm going to open a business. Like, this shit's crazy. So
that's what it was back then.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you how many times we've sat down at this table and talked to someone where you can tell they've been around, they've been tinting for a long time. And it's like pretty much like, how did you get into this industry? It always starts the same. Well, I wanted to tint my car, so I went and bought a box of film. And then by the time I got done using the whole box of film, I finished tinting my car. And it was like 8 hours later. So they all have the same story. And that's how a lot of people cut their teeth, you know? And it's unfortunate now, though. I think the younger generation gets torched for that, and it's like, it's
not their fault, man.
Exactly. Like they're
like quit picking on the new guys. Like, there's no reason. What do you gain from it? Like, do you just feel a little superior because they got it so easy? Like, what is the fucking deal? Like, it's a pride thing for sure, but I think it's the whole like, I had to fucking work my ass off for this. You got it fucking easy, and it's like, yeah, dude, but I didn't choose this. Like, sorry. The fuck?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, yes, it might be easier to pick up now because there's so many tips, but it's information overload too. You have so many different techniques and ways.
People are questioning little shit.
And it's like you get torched if you do one thing one way, one thing the other way. And it's when it comes down to all that matters is, what does the end product look like?
Exactly.
I care less what tools you use, what techniques you use, 2-stage bottom load, take the car apart, take the doors off the car. I don't care. As long as the car gets done, the windows get tinted,
and you don't break anything.
Thing for residential, who gives a shit? Who cares?
I agree. I completely agree.
And they still have to execute. Like
that's why I 3-stage
execute. Like there are still so many people out there that don't think that it's like, you know, it's not so easy right now. No, it's the easiest time ever to do something, but you have to execute it. And if you're not willing to execute,
it's the mentality of, I'm trying. No, you're not. Trying doesn't exist.
No.
Like, you're either doing it or you're not doing it. Like, you're either putting in the work or you're not putting in the work.
But listen,
if you're getting discouraged too often, you got to get over that and just keep doing it.
But look, the older guys, you got to understand, they come from another sense of humor, bro. Like, the homies were probably half drunk back in the early 2000s and the fucking late 90s, bro. They were probably drunk on X at the tent, working at the shop. You know, they probably haven't slept for 3 days. So their humor's a little bit different. Like, if you meet one guy, you know, from back then, they're a little funny.
They're kind of crazy. Most of them.
I remember asking Billy. Like, "Hey Billy, why is everybody that's your age that's been a tinner as long as you? They're all weird." He's like, "Bro, it's the fucking adhesive, bro."
R.I.P. Billy. That's vintage Billy right there, y'all.
Yeah, dude. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they have a different humor, bro. Like, they were in the shop calling each other gay and all kinds of shit, bro. So when they go, they take that same mentality and they come to social media with it. And you just gotta be tough skin, man. Because the people who taught me were like that.
But you can also tell when people aren't trying to be funny and they're just trying to be pieces of shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a difference between the two. What you're saying is, yes, you got to be able to take a joke and roll with it. Like the same time, I know I can go after Chris from Worldwide Tint, Dante, Nate from TN Tint, Cody Tecklenburg, which he's a second generation tinter out of Texas. Like I go after them hard, and it's like one of those things. Like that's all good and fun. Like, especially when it comes to competition. Like unfortunately, I think I have to have being a shit talker and being extremely cocky.
All's fair in love and war, baby.
It's like, I'm not necessarily trying to get in your head, but I'm not trying to screw with you as much as I can. But it's the guys that are like, when someone asks a simple question, because in their mind, it's a simple question.
Exactly. And everybody's like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Homie
It makes zero
stressing.
sense. All it's going to do is like, what is one of the biggest problems we have in our industry now? In my eyes, it's labor. It's still always the skilled trade. We need installers. That is always what I've bumped up against for the past 4 or 5 years is I need installers. Thankfully, I've been able to try to figure out and actually curate my subcontracting network to where like now through all the different competitions, I've gotten to meet somebody like Johnny. Like I know I can hit you up if I land a big job and I need an installer. Like we've already had this conversation. You're like, how do I get off the list? I was like, you're on it. I will give you a call if I land the job. If you're available, awesome. I know I can call Ignacio.
Nacho.
2 brothers out of California.
Marcus.
Well, Marcus, absolutely. Like he was out here.
You talk about Julian and his brother, the Guzmans.
He came through the class. Yeah, like
the Cali Bros.
He came out here and he was like the same thing. He's like, dude,
guys.
anytime you need something, just hit me up. Like, dude, me and my brother will roll down. If you got a big enough job or you got something for us, we'll absolutely roll down. So it's like I figured that out to an extent, but at the same time, if we're all busy at once, that's gonna run dry.
Right.
So we all need installers. All the big companies like NGS and all of them, they are all calling around constantly because they're looking for subcontractors in the area. They just
are you saying we need a dream team? Is that what you're saying here?
No,
we need a dream team, bro.
Who's trying
Pulls
to
up
get
in
this
a
industry for it. There's no reason to put anyone down. There's so much glass out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the size of the market. I mean, I guess it does matter on the size of the market, but you can go in any of the big markets in this city or in this country, and you're going to have a huge opportunity for installation. You just have to obviously have the person to sell the job, but it's like there is so much glass out there. It's like we were talking beforehand. Like I truly do not see anyone within my marketplace as a competitor. Like, yeah, we're going to go up against bids on each other. It's like, did my sales guy do their job and make the right pitch and sell our trust, our quality, our performance?
Right.
If they did, awesome. If they didn't, is what it is. On to the next one. Not every customer is our type of customer.
Right.
It is what it is.
I agree.
But there is so much glass, let alone in Vegas. And then you start hitting bigger markets, Phoenix, Dallas. Like Dallas, there is so much opportunity in Dallas. It's ridiculous.
Makes so much money out there.
Oh, unbelievable amounts of money. So
you talked. I was gonna say, do you want to add to that? I was gonna ask you a question about
plug something in?
Yeah. Plug what?
Okay, with our labor shortage, there's a place out in Nevada called Tint Labs.
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Use promo code Johnny Blades to add on 20% to your invoice.
He said and add 10% to your invoice.
Yeah, no, with Tint Lab, that is something where we definitely were going after. Like for me, we're gonna add to it. Obviously, it's in its infancy, but right now, what we're targeting is if there is any auto shops out there that are looking to add the secondary revenue stream to their business, and like you want to jump years in knowledge and in processes and stuff to where it's like you literally it's not just installation training, because that's originally what we kind of stood up for. Is like we could just sell installation training, but then we kind of realized at the same time, just teaching someone to tint flat glass is negligible.
Doesn't sell flat glass, yeah. No,
it's just like okay,
because you start putting shit where it don't belong, and then you have issues immediately, and now you're out a fuck ton of money.
It hurts. Ends up hurting the industry because now you got someone who's going out throwing on like a smoke black film on windows they shouldn't be doing and breaks a bunch of windows, or they put a ceramic film on a house like let's just go with, and this is not me singling out. I'll say two different. We'll go with Highlight 70 from Panorama, since I'm a Panorama dealer, Prestige 70, and Dre from Hooper. Those are 3 specially selected films I can get my hands on. If I put that on a Surface 2 low E coating that's triple silver, I am taking my customers' money and not doing shit for them. It does nothing. That window is already performing at the top already, to where it's not going to do anything for my customer. I'm not solving their problem. I'm giving them something fancy and flashy. And if I want to show them some heat rejection on a sample, where right above it in very little letters, it says tested at 1/4 inch single pane glass, where it's like, yeah, on this window, it's going to be great. Or dual pane insulated, so no coating. Like on those windows, it's great. I'm going to make your window efficient as hell. But if you already have the coating on the window, it's a brand new home, I'm just taking your money. Like, so I have to actually be able to solve that problem. So if you're not actually presenting a solution and not just trying to sell the film, you are going to hurt our industry when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Because then people are going to get a bad taste in
And
their
see,
mouth, and they're not going to buy.
I get a good deal around here because everybody wants privacy. So usually it's a dual reflective.
Yep.
And so then even if they don't need the heat, they get exactly what they want. They get privacy. Then that's what they wanted. I'm not going to sell them some shit. Like I've seen places around here that sell like fucking auto tint. They'll sell ceramic, and then 6 months later it comes in and they're like, hey man, this dude over here didn't take care of this. He said I didn't have a receipt. And will you roll the window down and tell me if this is normal? And then it's a fucking black strip in the seal, and it's clear. And it's like, oh, great, man.
No,
That's
but
great.
can we go back to what Ricky? So that happened to me, and this is how going to Tint Lab will save you so much headache. I was going into this consultation.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
I had a solar meter, bro. I had my thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it next to the glass, and I'm gonna put a film, and it's gonna go down. And I'm gonna tell them like, this is what it does, bro. Right before the customer walked up, I put the meter to the glass, and it said 15. And I'm like, okay, well then that's not gonna work.
He was like, shit, never mind then.
Yeah, never mind. Because Ricky's right, man. There's some windows that are so efficient. And we want to sell them. Everybody wants to sell ceramic, but like Ricky said, like you ain't doing nothing with that. I
sell no ceramic on homes. None. The only shit that has sold ever for me was like a 50% because they wanted a little bit of glare reduction and they wanted some heat control. I'm like, this is about the best I could do for you. They're like, I don't care about privacy, whatever. I mainly sell privacy.
Are my 50 and 45. I can leave that house on dual pane glass. I can leave that house and go to sleep happy, knowing that they're not gonna have any issues. It's gonna solve, a small percent of their heat problem. Right.
And they definitely feel the difference.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. Like if you feel the difference, that's the part that matters. Because I've had 0 customers call and be like, "Hey man, it's still hot."
Yeah,
none. And I've mainly have installed like Nature 20, Lunar 20, like a smaller like a less reflective but more natural looking film that gives some privacy, whatever. But it's not like looking at a mirror because everybody doesn't want silver windows with a brown house,
Yeah, no, it's definitely obviously always as long as you go after the solution, that's what matters. Like that's our biggest thing is we meter the glass, we gotta know what kind of canvas we're technically painting on. And from there, it's what are you trying to solve? And then at the end of what you tell me you're trying to solve, I'm gonna let you know if I have a product that can do it or not. Like it's
right.
Like, starting it off with that, like, hey, this is my process, and if I can find a solution that fits for you, I'm gonna let you know. If I can't, I'm still gonna let you know. Good with that? And it's like, yep, all right. So now I got my first yes from them. And
so when somebody asks you, how do I get privacy at night? What do you tell people? It's impossible unless you do frost.
Blinds and drapes.
Exactly. That's what I say too. But everybody's like,
do this.
We'll pitch frost. We'll tell people about frost, but it's like,
yeah, me too.
And they're like, oh no, I don't want that. I'm like, well,
yeah, exactly.
That's what you get. Like that's unfortunate. It's like, and people would tell me, are you sure there's nothing? I'm like, believe me.
Dude, I've had customers tell me that somebody else said that. Sorry about that. My bad. What were you saying?
No, I was saying if that as soon as that tint becomes available, if they ever figure out the technology somehow, the labor problem will
be rich
about 10 times worse. Yeah. Because it's going to be a big ass problem for all of us because that's
right.
How many leads we turn around in at least a week that it's like, oh, well, I just want nighttime privacy. And we'll go out there and tell them like, it's going to depend on your lighting. We can try to provide something at night. My brother has figured out a mixture within films that, again, it depends on the set and setting of the home to where with an outside dual reflective, an exterior dual reflective, and then interior dual reflective, and then with good lighting on the outside, we have a test case where they had privacy at night with their lights on the inside.
That's what's up. That's the only thing I've thought that would work would be like a double dual reflective and like a fucking floodlight, basically. No, you talk about reflective towards reflective or both reflective out.
No, we're both reflective out. So what ends up happening is we'll go we went with a 30% on the inside. We went with a Slate 30, which is a dual reflective from Panorama. We put that on, and they were from floor to ceiling windows in this little courtyard. And we tried pushing her to 10 because she was she wanted heat. And we're like,
10's better.
you're gonna want 10. You've got plenty of glass here. You're not gonna have to worry about darkening this room because like, it was just like glass around the whole court. And she didn't listen. And she called us. She's like, "You guys were right. So like, can we go with the 10?" We're like, "Actually, no, it'd probably be better. So we don't have to be no removal or anything. We can just put an exterior on there." So we put an exterior DX15 on the outside. And then just as my brother was finishing up, because we're like, well, we can put an exterior on, and we put a bead around the outside of the exterior just to cover up the gap. And my brother was like looking at it. He's like, are your lights on? And she was like, yeah. And he was like looking at windows that he hadn't tinted yet versus windows he tinted. And there was privacy there. You're killing the interior light from getting to that exterior window. So you have exterior light hitting that exterior film, giving you the privacy, and then the interior light's never reaching it, or not as much of it's reaching the outside panel to where now you're actually not getting that light killing your privacy. But it's dark as hell during the day. Like she ended up doing a 10 and she ended up getting like a 5 and below.
Hey, do we go over this at Tint Lab?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure.
We go over solution and problem solving. So if you have fading problems, a lot of people like to try to slap a 70% on a storefront to solve fading. It will help. Well, it will slow it down, but you're not doing as much as you should be doing. You should be going down to a 40%. You know, and then
Ricky, hey, you're giving them too much, man.
Hey, you can spend the hours listening to the podcast. We have talked about, and that's the crazy thing too. Me and my editor were talking about it. Like a lot of what we talk about and do teach in the class, especially when it comes to the problem solving aspect, we've talked about on the podcast throughout the last 2 years. It's just you have to go through like 140 episodes to kind of get to it. So you got to listen to a lot. But it's like the problems, like the answers to all the solutions, they're out there. You just have to kind of do a deep dive and you can find them. You know, it's
for sure.
You know, you got to go down to 40% if you want to affect an actual, if you have a Surface 2 low E window, it's triple silver, you want to up the heat rejection on it, you got to start attacking the other parts of the spectrum that aren't being hit. Visible light. You got to make your window darker. So like, I don't want it dark. And it's like, all right, well, thankfully now you have exterior, you have a high quality exterior film starting to come out. Like, you know, in my eyes, Solar Guard's kind of leading the charge right now. They have a 10-year warranty on their exterior. So if it's like you either have a 12-year warranty, 10-year warranty. I can put a 70% Spectra selective film on the outside with a 10-year warranty, get you 65% heat rejection, and not really change your window at all. And that's going to draw. That's a true 65%.
That's a big sell, yeah.
Hey, I have a question, real quick. Correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I gave the misinformation. So when we see our spec sheet, right, we see the teasers, the IRs, and all that. Am I wrong by saying if there's a big old piece of glass that I'm putting film on, those numbers are going to go? So those numbers are only set for a certain size glass? Because I've done
it's just for any size.
So any size, because I've done a large pane of glass, and I could feel the heat, but I could take that film and put it on a regular, like a functional window, and it does the same thing, same glass, same film, but on a smaller scale. I feel like it holds more heat. As the window gets larger, I feel like you can't really go based off that number. Is that?
In my eyes, what that number is representing is what you're controlling within that glass surface. If you're standing in front of a 2x5, you're only getting hit with 2 feet worth of
okay.
I
was gonna say it's like a buckshot as opposed to like a slug.
Covered and then some. So in my eyes, it's going to feel hotter. It's only what's gonna change the T-cert is what type of glass you're working with: single panel, dual panel, where are your coatings located, and then what film you're working with. Like, I mean, I'm as guilty as anyone else when it comes down to when I was selling when I was younger. I looked at how I would pitch, and like, you know, like I said, I'll 100% admit it. I'm not happy about it, but you know, is what it is. I only knew what I knew at the time because I was young and dumb. Is I would say, hey, this film can hold up to 79% heat rejection. It's not a not truthful statement. I'm letting you know this film can hold out 79%. What I left out because I didn't know better was like, well, this is a dual pane window though, so that number is only like down to 63, 62, and then coatings came into play, and now it's really like, what kind of coating do you have on there and how truthful are you really being now?
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much sums up how we pitch and sell is you just got to go in there and provide your customer with the information that they're not being provided with and educate them.
That's what I do. I love
And
see like that's my favorite is just going, what do you want to solve with window tinting? Like I'll just ask them that straight out and they'll be like, well, and then they'll go into like telling me a story about how they'll be sitting there watching TV and it's glaring off the TV or they're blinded over here. And I'm like, okay, so you want some glare reduction? And then they'll be like, and we got this neighbor across the street that's always standing out on his porch. And I'm like, okay, so you want privacy? Like sometimes the customer doesn't know how to present it to you, like with our terms, right? So you just have to be like, what's going on? Like, what do you want help with?
Yep.
And then when they tell you, you don't go, oh, you need to do my highest, you know, IR rejection ceramic film. And then, you know, you don't know that it's dual pane surface too. And you're like, oh, okay. And you put it on there anyway or something, right? And so like being able to know, you have to know, like you were saying, what can go on what, but you also have to know how to ask your customer. And I'm sure you could learn that at Tint Lab.
You guys are.
And just so the viewers know, we only have, I think, 7 people watching right now. We're giving him a hard time, but we did want to talk about Tint Lab because it is something that he's doing. And with the show, we do like to promote people and what they provide to the industry in case y'all didn't know, or in case you do need help with something. We approve these people to help you because we enjoy them and they know what they're talking about and what they're doing. Anyways.
I try to know what I'm talking about to the best of my ability. I don't know absolutely everything. I'm definitely a lot more educated than I was in the past. And now I try to put myself in the rooms with the people that I know know a lot more than me. For me, that is going to be Mark Embrock from EDTM.
That's why you're here with us today.
That dude knows glass like no one's business. If Miguel Dietrich from Solar Guard is stumped on something I call him about, like usually my brother will call me and ask me. And then it's something at the fact that it's like this is what I think, but verify this with Miguel. And it's either he'll call Miguel or I'll call Miguel. And if I know Miguel don't know it, I know he can go to Mark. And Mark, I mean, the fact that he developed those meters, he knows glass better than anyone that I know when it comes down to it.
That was our Billy. We would hit up Billy and be like, Billy, hey.
Every manufacturer
has question, bro.
Yeah.
In my eyes, most manufacturers have that one guy that knows specs, the glass, and everything to where it's like, hey, I just, I'm thinking I'm in the right spot right now, but I just want to make sure that I'm pitching
covered
and I'm actually telling my customer the full truth. I don't want to lead them to believe that it's going to do something that's not going to do.
Man, I need to get one of those fucking cool ass meters that y'all got, man.
Now I gotta call the guy that I gave that advice to and be like, hey bro, I was just totally wrong about that. But to me it was logical.
No, it still makes sense. It's just you could just say it in a different way. You're just standing in a bigger surface area of glass. So
yeah, you have more, but it's more like a buckshot as opposed to like a slug. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dispersed more evenly than directly.
No, God.
Bro, get out of here with your country egg.
Listen, Johnny, you know you love my analogies, bro.
I like them.
Ricky, what are you competing in Tinder battles? Holy shit, we're already at 55 fucking minutes. Yeah. What are you competing at at Tinder battles? Jesus fuck.
I saw your post earlier. Everything.
I saw what you said.
Because I'm not a quitter. Everything. I unfortunately like to torture myself with competing in everything.
I hear that Carrie's having a coloring contest. You entering?
Sure, why not?
Just kidding.
I do. Anytime I can hop in, and that was the one that I was able to do at Film Fest. I was able to get into Autobahn's little conference or little 10-op thing. I got pulled out of the hat. I was able to win that. So it's like I didn't walk away like completely empty-handed. That was nice. So a little cherry on top for the event.
I love it.
I can't complain.
Hell yeah.
I'll see you in auto singles, motherfucker. I'll see you in auto singles.
I'm about to actually find.
We will see each other in auto singles.
Man, Johnny ain't worried about you, bro.
Man, better watch out, bro.
I'm about to put out a post locally and I got to find a Model 3 because I'm assuming it's the newest Model 3 that we're doing, right?
I don't fucking know. 2026,
most likely.
I don't get told shit.
Yeah,
I know about as much as you do, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, we're a fucking sponsor. We're an affiliate of the event. By the way, if you don't have your tickets to Tinder battles, go to tintertainment.com. Use the access code DarkTruth2026. Get 10% off your 2-day pass. Just saying.
Anyways,
sorry.
I gotta get my hands on one of those cars. I gotta decide, am I going to try to shave or am I just gonna micro gap it? Because
Dude, I've been shaving the fuck out of Teslas.
I'm
I
not
don't care if
shaving
they're
this
Model
year. Fuck that
3s,
shit.
Model Ys, Model X's. I'm shaving every one of them and I'm doing it as precisely as I can. And I think I've got it down. Like I have the file locked in my brain of the angle and the pressure and everything. Like I just got to hit
But
upload whenever I get there.
but
And it's ready.
as soon as once you get to your car, everything you just thought about, whoop,
Not for me, bro. Maybe for you. Shit.
bro, my body goes into its own little
Panic
memory.
mode.
Yeah,
It's like,
panic mode.
hey man,
Absolutely, bro.
we're
'Cause I talk so much
we're
shit.
afraid.
I talk so much shit, and I'm like, dang. But I love it. Bro. It's like my best. It's my best high. Like competing, and
It
that
is.
shakiness, and then
It's
the
so
afterness
nice.
is like my best. It's like I chase
The
it.
come down after you're finished with your round, and
Yeah,
then the worry you have of what they're gonna judge your shit is like the perfect cocktail for anxiety. You're just sitting
for
there
sure.
like, oh my god, like I think I did good, and then what are they circling? And then you're like, you
Yeah.
walk over to it and you go, what the fuck is this? This wasn't here. And then you're
Yeah.
like, all right, whatever, it is what it is. And then you're like, fucking yeah, and you're like, whatever. And then you're sitting there like, I hope I win. I hope I win. Like,
no, it definitely is one of the. It's still. I mean, obviously, that's the one that drives me to keep competing. Like, even with like my drawback on installing for the past couple of years, like, that's my itch for installing because I still thoroughly. I mean, I'd say that's one of my biggest blessings for my career is that I got lucky in the fact I grew up in a small business, and then
right.
I fell in love with what I do, and
Yeah.
and then I kind of like realized probably a little over too much when I was younger, thinking like, dude, I am really good at this. And then I think I got a little too cocky, but then got humbled with the competition, but then realized like, all right, this is one thing I can rely on my skill. And this is what I do every day. Like the biggest advice I can give anyone who's competing for the first time, just go out there and do what you do. Like, yes, you have to change some stuff here and there because it's a competition setting. Like there is some small tweaks, but at the same time, like we're still just sticking film to windows. You do this every single day. Like just lock in, have fun, and get after it. But it's like I thoroughly enjoy installing, so that scratches that itch for me. And I'm so happy that there's so many competitions now because it's like got to compete in January, competed in May. I get back to back in August, like
right.
So I'm thoroughly excited for like the next month. Very
Same.
nice.
Same, dude. I can't wait to kick your ass on auto singles, man. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh, bro, I can tell you, it's not that hard.
I can prove to myself that I am put out there. No, I can tint auto. I am like that's me. That's originally what I was an auto installer. Like I'm doing auto.
Flag glass god.
I'm very excited to do that again at ACT this year. And I know I've said numerous times like maybe this will be my last year. Maybe it will. Like I do want to jump to the other side. I do want to become a judge. Sal hit me up at the beginning of the year and like without pressure, but still with like the message.
It's Sal, dude. Yeah, it's Sal, bro.
And he's like, no pressure. I'm like, I know this now. I was like, yeah, I got one more in me. I think I got one more in me. Like it's back in San Antonio. Last time I was there, I won flat glass. Like I want to go back one more time. And the fact I'm happy we get to compete in 3 things too. Like I get to do the decorative, hopefully redeem myself in decorative, and then get after auto one more time. And then I think I am going to hang it up for WFCT and thankfully there's so many other competitions now. Like I can still go compete. So
what's your favorite?
Ooh,
I mean, but you can have more than one favorite. Just saying.
There could be an order.
Yeah, you could have you don't have to put them in a particular order. You can just name all of them.
Well, I mean, if I order them, I mean, technically it's going to be auto 1, flat 2, and then PPF 3. Like
auto, flat, then PPF. Like you say an auto before flat.
Yeah, I've been chasing
crazy
for a long time. I've competed 9 times at WFCT, and I haven't touched the finals in it. But PPF, I've competed 5 times, and I've been in the finals of that at least. Like it's
nice.
It's I'm very blessed and grateful for it, but at the same time, it pissed me off to no end when I made the finals of PPF before I got to auto.
Right.
Even with like flat glass,
I could see that.
the first year I competed in 2015, it was just kind of like a throw-in. It's like Solar Guard was sponsoring me, and I was like, well, I'm
Fuck
there.
it.
Why
Yeah.
not? I jumped into both. I did flat and PPF, and like I had no reason to be in PPF then. Like I was completely self-taught. Like I'm watching guys clay bar the paint, and I'm asking the guy, I forget who it was. He doesn't work there anymore at Solar Guard. I'm like, hey, what are they doing? He goes, the clay bar in the paint. I'm like, what does that do? And then he explained it to me. I'm like, oh, so I should be doing that like every time I install.
You're like, okay. Nice. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
PPF got
Clay
a lot
bar.
easier after that when I finally started working with a true clean surface. I'm like, oh, it actually like tacks up real nice when you.
Bro, that was like me when they're like, "Oh, you're supposed to use water for tint." Oh, that makes more sense, dude.
I've just been using gel this whole time. Sorry.
Oh,
I've been putting it in my spray bottle.
Went into any of the divisions and just pure slip, just use straight gel. Just go for it.
I could see Richard doing it, like just a tint buster full of gel, dude. Just fucking. By the way, I've done it. It works. It shoots out of a tint buster, and
You know
it
what?
doesn't fuck anything up. Like it works so fucking good, dude. Like amazingly good.
I would assume it'd work 100% for the sole fact our decorative install last year, like, yes, our two base layers were film that we obviously stuck normal, but then everything else that went onto that window, all the small pieces, it was pure
Instant
gel. We
Yeah.
didn't use any water at all. And that was literally after you got done with the podcast with him, he overnighted me a bottle. And like that was
I
like
love it.
the competition. He
That's right. I remember you telling me that, or he told me that. Maybe both.
Dude, it's like we test ran it once down here, and then we were like, all right, this is the only way this is going to get done. Let's see how it goes. And it was crazy watching, like putting graphics on. So I would assume obviously it's going to work with tint, but it's definitely one of those things. As soon as you make a one pass,
it's fucking not moving, bro. It's not moving.
So here's my question, right? And here's a theory that I've been thinking about. What if we in our slip solution we added gel?
You can't. It'll just dissolve.
It'll dissolve?
Yeah. It's basically already mostly water. Richard talked about it a little bit, but it's mainly water. So when you add water to it, it just liquefies it more.
So if anything, you'd have to do like full sauce and then like add like
a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like barely any.
Soap. Loosen up a bit.
Water. No, just or some soap to it. I haven't tried that. That's actually
I dilute it because I dilute the gel. I think sometimes it's too thick for me, but I dilute it a little bit.
Have you really? I've never done it.
Yeah.
You don't like it thick, Johnny?
Whoa.
Not that. I like my women thick, but not my gel, buddy.
You don't like your hair gel thick, bro?
Oh no, I've been losing my hair, bro. So I've been using hairspray and shit. It's just getting old.
That's why I wear hats.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna be I'm enjoying my last phase of hair, bro.
I've already told my wife if it goes any further, I'm bald again. Like I already want to shave my head again.
Dude, my wife won't let me fucking shave my head, bro.
Bro, you're like this close though.
I know, and she just won't let me. And I'm like, babe, why not?
My boy gets the number 2 and just does this.
Nah, dude, I get the 0.5, bro. What you mean? I get the 0.5. No shit. It's like almost the guard. Like it's almost no guard.
Well,
and it's fucking.
That's a shaved head, bro.
I'm talking.
Oh, you're going like Rogan status, like razor the head, like skin.
Yes, Brent Dahlberg bald, dude. Like fucking shiny. Every morning doing it every morning. Just me.
Yeah, no, I won't. I mean,
I told her I was gonna shave off my beard once, dude.
If it really starts getting like that up top, then yes, I will shave my head like that. But I've only done that like once or twice when I was a kid, and my mom hated the shit out of it. I walked out of a bathroom after taking just like a regular beard shaver.
Yeah.
And I did it to my head. I walked out. My mom was pissed.
She looked like patches.
No, I got it down to skin, and it was full skin. And she was like, "What did you do?" And at that time too, right before that, I was like a towhead. As soon as I shaved my head once, shit darkens instantly. And
that's crazy.
Lawn got super dark.
My boy Elmer over here on TikTok's telling me to do it now. Shave your head now, bro. Right on stream. Fuck it.
Battles.
Do it on live.
Hold on. Where's my fucking razor?
Bro, if you have a razor right
Y'all
there,
ready?
there's no way. Oh.
It's fucking. I got this from Dustin Gonzalez. He carved me, or he
Oh,
fucking
nice.
forged me a blade. This thing is sharp as fuck too.
Yeah, don't do that then.
Dog, come on, let me shave my head on live.
You won't show up to Tenor Bottles completely bald.
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
But you always wear hats, so nobody would.
You'd see this little part.
Well, what you do is you still show up with the hat, and then right before you go to compete, you rip that bitch off.
Dude, or I just wear
get
this.
that glare off, all the lights shining while people are trying to shave windows. You just move your head to blind their ass.
Or I just wear this and then take it off when I get there.
Even better. Even better.
I've been thinking about bringing Shade Tree Joe back, dude.
He's funny.
He's been gone for a while.
Funny.
I don't think you did. You ever see that, Ricky?
No, I saw the Tint Jesus.
Bro, you need to. Okay, you need to go to my TikTok.
Online I saw the long locks, and I was like, all right, I think I could fuck with that guy. And then I got to meet you in 24, and it was like, all right,
he is pretty cool.
Who I thought he was gonna be. Like, he was cool dude. Like I was
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
that's the same expression. That's the same expression I felt when I saw you and Josh for the first time. Y'all
Same,
wearing
dude.
Fucking
honestly,
fucking 3M, and y'all were wearing y'all look like y'all are a team. I was like, bro, these dudes look legit. These dudes look legit.
I kept seeing Josh a lot on Clubhouse when we were doing the Clubhouse thing, and I would just listen to him, and I'd be like, dude, this guy fucking talks for days, for one, and for two, he's very fucking smart. And then I saw he was into like the fucking NFTs and all that kind of shit, and like the whole Gary V thing, and I was like, I gotta like this guy. And then I met y'all at what was it, Tenor Battles in Orlando at the Wiz Castle. Yeah. And then the first time I had met y'all, I was about to go against fucking Josh in the heat shrink battles. And he was like, hey, you using a torch? And I was like, nah, man, I'll use a heat gun. I was like, we can heat gun it, you know?
Bro,
and I was like, I like these guys.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I like Josh better than Ricky, but
oh,
the only reason why,
fool.
that's the only reason why, because nobody says it. Nobody wants to say it. But look, bro, we're on the dark truth. We're here to tell you the truth, big dog.
They made that video earlier about you for a reason,
yeah,
bro.
Man. No. I'm joking, Ricky. No, my respect for you and Josh. But dude, Josh always talks like homie's tired, but he has a switch. He can fucking turn it on.
Yeah.
He talks like he's tired. He's like, hey, yeah. And then you see him competing. He's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I if anything, I get a lot of slack from my buddy, that our social media editor, whatever the hell you want to call him, social media manager, content manager, whatever title I don upon him. He's the one who does all of our content and our camera guy. He's my best friend. He was the best man at my wedding. And like he has told me numerous times, like, dude, you gotta dial back busting Josh's balls during the podcast, because like you just look like a dick. He's like, I'm just letting you know now. You look like a dick. He's like, I know you don't mean it. I know you retract it back instantly. But like, that's me and my brother have always had that back and forth. They like even started.
You're the older brother, right?
Nah, Josh is the older. You could tell.
Well, that's why you talk so much shit.
Yeah. Josh
talked a lot of shit growing up. I have a lot of. I had to push back on him.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. But, Josh got the ass whoopings, bro. You could tell, bro. He got the ass whoopings, bro.
Dude, they rolled me up in a piece of carpet when I was like 8 years old.
He's still mad.
He's still mad, bro. That memory came back.
The clothes closet. When they came to get me out, they got me out. They unrolled it, and like I was soaked from head to toe. I was probably like 10 minutes, probably from death. And they were like,
that is fucked up.
Yeah, and like I don't remember that as a traumatic thing. I just remember that as my brother and my cousin just busting my balls and like screwing with me. And I don't remember actually even being like soaked and like freaking out. Like maybe I was pissed at them. It was one of those things. They were just kind of screwing with me. My brother was like, no, like we were concerned for a second. Like, shit, if we would have left you in there for any longer, we would have came back to Ricky Burrito. You'd have asked, would have been dead.
Ricky Burrito.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy.
But,
bro,
no,
I hated when my cousins would come over and they would do that. Trap you under the cover shit. And you're like,
oh, fuck,
bro. I can only
dude.
imagine a fucking rolled up in a carpet, bro.
Yeah, like a
dog.
Like
I gotta have some kind of mobility. If I can't move, I'm fucking panicking, bro. Yeah. Like I'm like straight jacket feeling. Hell no, dude.
Bro, I would pass out on one of those, bro. I would pass out just from not being able to move.
It would just drive me crazy.
I mean, I don't hold that. Obviously, I don't hold that against my brother at all. But like the reason why I always kind of, I guess technically it looks like I'm always going after my brother, is like he is the one person when it comes down to it. When he got out of the military, he opened up the shop down in Texas for a bit. When my parents came to me and told me like, hey, he had the opportunity to move back out here, and it was kind of like one of those things like, hey, what do you think? Because at the time it was just me, my mom, and my dad, and like I was considered like, I guess the next in line partner. That it was like, hey, what are your thoughts? And which I'm grateful
to the throne
to me, and like had that conversation. You know, it's like, you know, I appreciate that. You guys don't have to. When they ask me shit, you could just do whatever you want. It's still your company. And they came to me, and I was like, absolutely. My brother is the one person that I know for a certainty, and he might get underneath my skin sometimes, and we might go back and forth with each other. He is the one person when I know I have to hand something off, and I know it needs to be done exactly the way that I know it needs to be done. He's going to do it the exact same way, especially when he came back when we were both just installers. Like any job or anything I had to hand off, like that was a set it, forget it. Like I don't have to worry about it no more. He might take a little longer than me on something, but at the same time, the quality, he without a doubt is cleaner installer than me. When it comes to day-to-day operations, I got no problem saying that. Like he's overly nitpicky. He will nitpick something out of a window where like I'm looking, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah,
dude,
like what are you doing, bro?
Left corner, it's one speck. Take a damn chiseler, tighten it up. We are the only humans, installers, that are ever to see that. That is unacceptable. What are you doing wasting your time right now? And it's just he has such OCD, he can't let it go. Yeah. So it's like if I had to say my brother is a cleaner installer, like that would be a truthful statement. He is. But yeah, I was
we notice it. We notice it, bro. Don't worry about it.
And that's we'll notice the shit out. And my brother, he would always let me know that, especially when we're on installs. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, my windows are perfect. I'm like, well, I have got 0 callbacks. So like, I'm not saying my windows are perfect, but I know my quality is where it needs to be. We're getting the job done. We're going to our next job. Let's go.
I mean, I let one leave today that had 3 little specks in the top corner. I was like, man, that's going out the door, bro. If it comes back, I'm gonna be like, hey, you want a job inspecting my windows for me? Like, come on, pull up.
It all comes down to an amazing installer. A lead installer to me is you're amazing at prepping and you're amazing at touch up. You got to be good at both.
Hell yeah, dude. Touch ups is the first thing I learned when I worked for somebody, dude, because he was a 25-year vet. He learned on his own, all that kind of shit. One guy taught him tips and tricks. And all I worked on was putting the film on and then touching it up to where we didn't have to redo the window. And I would sit there for 30 minutes touching up a full car until it looked really good. I don't do many touch-ups these days, but if there's an issue, like there could be a cluster of dirt like this big, right? I could make it so minuscule because I used to do it so often because we would not redo windows. That like, now I'll just redo the window. I'm not sitting there for 15 minutes fucking with something. I'm going to go, I need to take 5 minutes, take it off, redo it.
That is when you come to the realization that your time is worth more than that piece of material.
Of course, because that time might put you back on the next appointment and then back on the chaos theory, right? One thing goes wrong, shit rolls downhill. If you're a plumber, don't bite your fingernails. You know, like that. Just leave it, dude. Like, take it off and redo it.
I didn't even think about that, bro. But just the image is just going.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck. Yeah. You like that? Now you can't unsee it.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna look at plumber's fingernails, bro.
I'll be like, hey man, wash your fucking hands, bro. Don't touch me, man.
Yo, wash your hands, big dog.
Wash your hands.
But yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things where I think that's what made me and my brother such good installers. Is obviously the shop was our babysitter. Like we were the preppers to begin with. That's all we could do or allowed to do.
If I'm trying to get my kids, bro.
Well, it's
have them do the same shit.
You get big enough to semi look like you should be old enough to be working, and then also I was like, hold on, that's your kid. No, this is your business. All right, they've been here forever. They'll trust a 14, 15-year-old because it's like, no, my son's been tinning for 4 or 5 years. And like, hey,
they're like, what?
I'm not letting anything leave that's bad. The first house job I got left on, I was 14 and, if I want to be precise, 14 and a half. My dad just left me in someone's house. He was like our down the street neighbor. And like, I looked big enough to where I could probably pass off 16 years old. Maybe.
Right.
And like my dad, like literally, we got set up on the house. I remember the film. It was Autumn Bronze 30 from Solar Guard. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. Because that was
It's
like to me,
crazy, fool.
like the first time my dad, like I all of a sudden was like, oh, he trusts that I know what I'm doing. You know, and it was nice. And
That's
it's like,
a fucking
Nah,
passing
bro,
of
he
the torch
trusted
moment.
that person was gonna put you in a basement, bro.
That's a fool. What?
down the street from our house. It was one of our neighbors, to where it's like
Okay.
close neighbors. So it's like we knew, like my dad knew where the obviously it was like I think we're about
Brother,
down from the house. So,
I'll
but
tell
like
you a secret.
left on a house, like it was crazy. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing
We
this.
don't live in that world no more, bro. Like
bro, that's
nah.
sad. It's
We
sad
don't
though.
live in that. Like I can't do that with I can barely even leave my kids with family, bro. I'm just kidding. But like I'm such a worry. Like I worry about my kids so much now that like I would never consider that ever. Not
But
close.
see, but it was different times in the 70s.
I know,
right,
but that's
Ricky?
what I'm saying. In the 70s, bro.
I like how I'm all of a sudden this old dude. Like I'm walking out here like Chris Brooks, bald and Jordan. What the hell?
Nah, bro, we're just getting back at you for Josh, man. He sent us an email, said give him a bunch of shit on the show. No, I'm joking.
He would.
But man, we've already ran past an hour. We can keep going. I'm completely cool with it. Just saying.
Whatever you guys
I do want
want
to ask you a couple things.
Yeah.
So Tint Wiz, how much do you utilize that with your staff? Do they understand it? I've never asked from like a bigger shop perspective how well it works with the employees and like the limitations on the access and stuff like that. Just for anybody watching that doesn't think that they could use Tint Wiz at a scaled shop, because I've seen a lot of comments of people being like, yeah, it works good for like small companies, and I'm like,
Not true.
how wouldn't it work for a big company?
Yeah, not true. First off, you can use the other programs. I can't really speak on them in the fact of how their proposals look, but in my mind, to close a proposal, Tint Labs proposals for flat glass are elite. Like to be able to send that off to somebody and how we're able to attach our before and after photos, the specs and everything, the photos of the rooms that we're doing, like all the extra added detail we can put in there, and let alone the operational side of it. So how we utilize Tint Wiz now. So it used to be our only CRM. And then as we did start to scale, it was in my mind, or it still kind of is. And like I've expressed this to Eric, and I'm hoping that in the future, Full Stream addresses it. If they could move more of the sales benefits into it, and what I mean by that is like automation for my sales team, like better tracking for when they're at a certain stage in a pipeline of like a new lead, us reaching out to them, they reach out to them the next day, and like better tracking like that. Because we used to use it like that, where come in, we would be obviously residential or commercial, whatever. We try to reach out to them. We create a project. They wouldn't answer. We would task whoever that salesperson is. All you do is you task yourself. Call one. You know you've called that person once. You know when that lead came in. Day two comes around, you try to reach out to them again. But being able to actually track your phone calls, the call rate, texting, automating and texting, all that is where we added Go High level into the equation, to where like my entire sales team uses Go High to begin with, to call the customer, cultivate the lead, try to get the consultation, or try to book the customer. As soon as it becomes a booked consultation or booked car, it instantly, we zap it over to Tint Wiz, and then it goes straight into the operations, to where now all of my installers and my managers run everything. Tint Wiz is everything to them. Because now my flat glass manager, he knows what job he has. He knows the details of the jobs. Does he need a ladder? Do you got pictures of the rooms? He can cut up his entire job.
Yeah.
And then process everything through. So I use it purely for my operational side. And then also the inventory aspect too, to be able to check on your inventory.
Yeah.
Like you are stocking film to a point.
I would see where that's the biggest benefit for a bigger scaled company, because film's expensive, and you got to keep track if a roll goes missing. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, somebody might jack a roll or might leave a roll somewhere. And in best case, they leave a roll at the job on accident, or it falls off the truck, whatever it is, right?
I think hold on real quick. I think for inventory purposes, if you have a couple crews out on the field, you'll know how each crew is performing by the amount of waste or the amount of film they come back with. And then you can address the problem right away. Like, hey, bro, you wasted too much film on this job. What happened?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So for just to address that question, yes. So when our leads come in, obviously we have our lead form or our landing pages out there, so we can try to keep track of where our leads are coming from to the best of our abilities. Is it organic referral or is it coming from my paid ads? Just so I know, am I lighting money on fire, or should I be dumping more money into certain ads? As soon as it comes in as a new lead. My team instantly speed the lead. Perfect world, they're calling that person within 60 seconds.
Right.
That's not. I mean, it does happen sometimes. Other times it doesn't. So get to it as fast as possible. My team will try to call twice, and then if they don't answer, then text. So it's call. Don't leave a message. Call again, because a lot of times people get a call and they're like, they don't want to.
Yeah, fuck that.
They get a call again, like, oh, hey, this is the same number again. Let me
That's
answer.
me.
And if you get anyone that kind of pushes back on that, like, man, you're blowing up my phone. It's like, oh, sorry, the phone got cut off the first time around. I just want to make sure that I actually was just trying to get a hold of you. I saw this lead form coming.
Sandbagging.
Hey, it's how you present yourself.
Hey, it's sales, baby. Sales, baby.
And then you send out that text message. Now, say they don't reply to it. As soon as they reply to it, it instantly jumps from a new lead to new response, and to whoever is assigned that lead within my inside sales team. So now that just became the hottest lead that's in the system for them. Like, hey, you just got a response. Jump on that. Get them called back. Either get the car booked, get the sale done with the car, or get the consultation booked. Gather the information needed, and then it gets zapped over to TintWiz. They move it into consultation booked in GoHi, because the outside sales team is still going to use GoHi to call. Like all of our phone systems.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
To where I can go in now, which I wasn't able to do, because now I can help train my inside salespeople to where I can listen to their phone calls. Like, hey, you didn't do a bad job with this call, but instead of wording it like this, I would word it like this, because how you said it, as soon as you said it like that, you can tell that person disengaged from what you're saying instantly. Like, don't instantly give up our prices. Like, feel the customer out, see what they're trying to solve. Like, you don't need to straight to like shoving the highest end price film down their throat. Like,
exactly.
Hey, looking to get done. He's trying to make your car look nice, like trying to get, like looking for moderate heat rejection. Is it a lease? Are you buying it? Are you planning on keeping your car? Like, there is no reason you should be trying to just shove an upsell on everybody.
So I got a question. Do you think that the main problem with shops not being very successful with like not just scaling, but landing jobs and closing deals is the communication and the way that they say things, like specific words, like who leads the conversation? Do you let the customer lead it, or do you just, take the lead the whole time? Do you kind of let it go dead for a minute, let them think about things, or you constantly, telling them information? That's something that I think that I do too much, is that I'll give them all of the shit at once, and then they're just kind of like, so I've been consciously trying to pause whenever I tell them something. I'll be like, okay, so if I'm understanding you right, you want this kind of film, and you want to do an eyebrow, and you want it to be legal. And usually I'll be like, okay, so you want carbon, you want legal, you want brow. Cool. So now that's part of it for me. Like, I have to slow the fuck down, because I'm just trying to hurry up and get the sale, because I already know they want to buy. So I'm like trying to hurry up and get to getting the job done.
In my eyes, there's two different ways to approach that. There's one, if they're already calling you and they want to make the appointment, just book the appointment. Like, why go into detail of anything else? If they've already telling like, hey, I want to get my car tinted,
that's for me.
You just
all that shit's for me, because I have to know, for one, if I have the film, for two, if I got to let them know the information on what they're wanting, because a lot of the times they go match the back, and I'm like, okay, and I will tell them every time, and I'll do it until the day that I quit doing this. I'm like, okay, just know though that matching the back usually isn't legal. I just have to let you know ahead of time. What's legal is a little bit lighter than the back. Everybody does 20. Everybody matches the back. Yep. Nobody's come and told me they've gotten a ticket, but I just wanted to let you know in case you are concerned with something like that.
Dude, I like how our customers already are understanding like our lifestyle and understanding our job, right? Because I'll have the customers like, hey man, as far as shades, right? Can we just discuss it in person? I'm like,
yeah, they do. When they do that, I'm like, for sure.
and they'll be like, oh yeah, and I have cash. I'm like,
Bad.
That's why. This is why. I was like, he went to a shop, a real shop. He dealt with the real tenor that broke it down to him like, hey man, it's illegal. This is the film, and I'm only taking cash, and you don't know me. So it's like somebody already did the legwork, and that's why it's very
For you,
important.
yeah.
It's very important that we have people like Ricky with Tint Labs and all the other not just with him, but like with all the trainers and everything. They should have like a sales portion of their
Yeah.
teaching with it, because like what we said in the beginning,
A lot of students ask about that though. And then
Yeah.
that's when you get into it in like a sidebar conversation. Like at least for me at GeoShields Academy, like we'll be just working on installs and I'll be like, man, so what do you do whenever a customer does this or asks this? I'm like, oh, okay. So you want to have a business conversation right now. All right. So this is what I do. I just pull up TintWiz and I send them a proposal. And then I wait for them to view it. And then I call them the next day and be like, hey, I saw that you looked over your proposal. Did you have any questions? Did you want to schedule? Just want to reach out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not the best at follow-ups, man. Like I'm not very good at them. I'm like, yeah, I want to be like, hey, you looked at your proposal. Do you want a fucking book or what? No, I'm just kidding. But it's like, how do you approach the follow-up convos too? Like, do you just say, hey, we just want to touch base with you? Like, how do you start those?
It depends.
I've always wondered that.
It all depends on what follow-up stage they're technically in. I mean, if it's something that we haven't gotten in contact with them at all, I mean, we're just trying to reach out. Like, because like for us, it's like we try to make contact 7 days in a row until it goes into a nurture campaign where I have automation where it's every other week you get a text, the next week you get an email, and next week you get a text, next week you get an email, to where my leads are still getting something, to where eventually some of those do get all of a sudden like, oh yeah, I do want something. But leading up to that point, it could be as simple as, hey, this is Ricky from Green Valley. I saw that you filled out one of our forms to get your car tinted. We were just seeing if this is something you still had on your mind or something like that.
Yeah.
So not necessarily like you want to try to, and it's hard to do. Hey, I'm just following up. And even after you send a proposal, like after a proposal's been sent and they've looked at it, like my team will still go through. We have an obscene amount of leads that we've sent proposals to where it's like as soon as we do hit a spot where we're not getting new ones, like they start hammering through those. And it's like,
that's what I do.
Best answers are obviously the best answer is yes. Second best answer is no. Worst answer is maybe. Because now I don't know if like, all right, I got to keep following up with this person. The guy's like, are you still in the field to get this done, or you're not? Like, I actually got this done somewhere else. Completely understand.
Yeah.
And it's like now we can close out that file and move.
Always say if you ever need anything from us, we're still here.
Yes,
because most of the time, whenever it's somebody getting the job other than me, it's they found a cheaper place, honestly. And once they go to that cheaper place, I'm like, hey, if you have any issues or you want to, explore different options later, I'm still here. Like, I'm not going to shun you as a customer. I've even had like not friends, but repeat customers that have called me and been like, man, you were away this week. I needed my 2 doors done, man. I need you to redo it. It looks terrible. Like I need your work. And I'm like, man, that's what you get for cheating on me, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Did you just say you have friends that go somewhere else, bro? Those aren't friends, big dog. I'm just
No, not friends.
Friends will wait.
Acquaintances.
Yeah.
Friends also tip pretty good here too, which is nice.
Getting back to like the minimal questions, yes, you have to know, like obviously your situation, you're feeling out like what film you kind of have to make that sales pitch for film,
right?
Like for like us, it's more likely we do have to find out like, all right, you want to do your full vehicle, you want to get your windshield tinted. I need to know at least all the surfaces that need to be touched so I can allocate the right amount of time. Now, if you can get through all that without mentioning price or anything, and you can get them on the books and you got a deposit from them, like they're going to stop calling around. And that's the biggest thing. I mean, like we used to never take deposits, and we've been doing it now for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And it was always a thing like, oh, no one's going to do it. Yeah, they do. And they
do.
Yep. And
they even do it for me. Like when people approve their proposal, I have a $50 booking fee basically for a deposit. And if they approve it and they don't pay it, I'll wait. Like, and I hate doing this kind of, but I'll wait to call that customer over people that have paid the deposit. Like, as soon as they approve it and they want in the next day and they didn't pay the deposit, I'll call them and I'll be like, hey, saw that you approved your proposal. Just wondering if you're going to do the deposit so I can get you on the schedule. You know, you wanted this day. I've got somebody else that's looking to get in this week or whatever. And then they're like, oh, I'm just going to bring the full thing in cash. And I want to be like, well, I need you to fill out the deposit so I can hold the spot. But at the same time, I feel like that might push them away. You know what I mean?
But look, I'm gonna tell you something, because we just started doing deposits. Like, we've been going on deposits for about 4 months now, and it was a total game changer. We even, like, 4 months ago, bro, think about it. We were coming out of our slow season. I was fucking like stressed the fuck out, and then Michelle's like, "Oh yeah, we're raising our prices and we're taking 15% deposits." And I'm like, "Well, hold on. How about we just take the deposits and don't go up on price?" She was like, "No. If we want to keep this house, we need to go up." I was like, "Okay." And ever since we took the 15% deposit on a $300 tint job, which is $385 is where we start off at. Man, I've been customers on time, ain't no BS talking about nothing.
I love that.
Even if they approve the proposal, they have to pay the even if they're paying cash, that transaction has to go through card, because I need to know that you're gonna come.
Right.
Because I'm blocking that. It's only me. I'm blocking that time for you. You need to come through.
Right.
So what we'll do, if we get so booked out and it does get to the point where it's like, all right, no, we're not going to put you on the books without a deposit. We'll tell people, like, we will, like, you don't have to, like, we have a slot open for no deposits, but all of our done by the end of the day appointments are deposit only. Like, if you want a restricted time,
if you want same day service.
Now, if you don't want to give the deposit because you don't feel comfortable with it, that's fine. Your car will be done in 48 hours. And my guys will fit it in between jobs here and there. And if that's the way you want to roll, sure, I'm fine with that. Even for houses, we take 50% deposits.
Same.
And
same.
Where if they don't make the deposit right off the jump, when my manager calls to schedule them because they didn't get closed on site, because if it's closed on site, sales guys are collecting. That's easy. If it gets approved, like out of like, hey, they waited like a month and a half, all of a sudden we see approval pop through, we'll send the invoice. My manager will call and tell them, like, all right, what date and time? Because it's like, I don't want you to have to call and tell them, hey, make a deposit, I'll call you back.
See, that's my thing.
Well, it's like you tell them, like, hey, I'm going to get you on the schedule. I'm just letting you know. After I make this deposit, I need a confirmation of that deposit being made within 24 hours. If it's not made, unfortunately, you are going to get pulled off the schedule, and we are booking up right now, so that spot might be taken. So we might have to put it out to where it's like you throw that urgency on them without seeming like you're being pushy. Like, hey, the company policy, and I've already told my salespeople and my manager, like, but when someone objects to it, it's like, you just got to tell them, like, hey, this is
how we roll.
I'm pretty much, I'm the messenger. What do you want? I can do about
it.
What
am I supposed to do about it?
Set that expectation right off the jump. It's not like a surprise. It says in our proposal, it gets said in the sales call or sales the consultation by itself. And like when we'll get certain people like, well, they never said that. And it's like, those are the times I don't trust the clientele, because I know what our sales script is. And
you know exactly what they've said. There's no way they skipped it.
Jump off our sales script. It makes 0 sense to change our sales script when it already works. Like we're not trying to confuse you or make you feel like we're not trying to do any of that. So it's like when someone's like, oh, well, he didn't say that. It's like, I'd love to say, like, you know what, unfortunately, I know you're lying to me because I know exactly what our sales script is. And I have 0 reason to get away from my sales script because it works 40% of the time. That is our close rate when it comes to residential. We hit 40%, like we're nailing it right now, like on the dot, 40%. And then we're closing that $20 to $25 a square foot for dual reflective.
I like what Rico said, right? He says he wants to charge $50 per consult. Bro, Rico, do it, bro. Because let me tell you something. I've gone to so many consultations. Like I think there's a range that you have to, like, you can make it free, and then outside that range, you gotta charge $50. Like Houston's pretty huge, man, and it'll take you an hour and a half just to get to the other fucking side, and just to be for the customer to be like, okay, well, I'll price check. I was like, you know what, man, $50. I think it's fair. Just do it, Ricky. I'm not Ricky. He's Rico. Rico, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's where we get lucky in our market. Like from end to end in Vegas, like at most 45 minutes, and then usually how we book our consultations, because we have 2 guys, they get booked. Like as soon as someone gets booked in one area, we try our best to make sure they stay booked in that area, so they're already on the town the entire time. Right. So but if you are in that larger market, Houston, Dallas, DFW, like yeah, you could have an hour and a half, 2 hour commute just to go give a consultation. That definitely does change things to where if you want to make sure, or at least qualified your lead more, you add more steps for them. And if you
For sure.
feel like you're losing too many, pull that away.
Yeah.
And then kind of gauge from there. So if you're super busy and it's like, hey, I do want to do this consultation, but like I'm so busy right now, it makes zero sense for me without this being like extremely high qualified lead to drive that hour and a half, put that in there. Because all you're doing is you're just putting more friction in to make sure that lead is even that much more qualified. So that I would say, like when you're at that point where if you're that busy and you're getting that many leads, absolutely throw that barrier in there. So when someone says, yeah, I got no problem with that. Here's my credit card. Like they're already willing to hand something to you. That's worth driving the hour and a half.
Right yeah, they take priority for sure.
And they'll take you more serious because now they're more engaged because they're like, I'm $50 invested into this.
Yeah. And they're like,
if we close on site, that $50 could go towards your the final sell. It goes towards your bill, whatever. I think that's something that I'm gonna try to implement. I'm gonna try to implement into our game plan. Thanks, Rico, for bringing that up, and thank you, Ricky, for confirming that it's a good idea for the market that we're in.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to drive that far, if you're in a market where you can possibly drive an hour and a half to 2 hours for a consultation, and you already have other work lined up, I would add that friction into that to make sure that all you're doing is you're qualifying that lead even more. You're adding more qualifiers to it. Like some people won't even fill out a lead form if you put too much on there. Like when
I know it's crazy.
First name, last name, phone number, email address, what do you want to get done? And you make those all like you have to fill those fields in. Some people aren't going to do it because they start like that's too much. That's just too much of a hassle. Now
and that's not even a hassle, bro.
Rip away the mandatory on those to where it's like, hey, what I really want is this your name, your phone number. I just want to get a hold of you. Like you filled that out, let me call you. You get too busy, start putting friction points in there to bleed out anyone who is a tire kicker or someone that isn't like they maybe might be in the market, but like if you have to fill out 5 fields, like
I have
right now, you're not my client.
I've got a question on my lead forms that literally says, when do you want to schedule? And it says next available, this week, this month, price shopping. And when I see that they checked price shopping, I just let that shit sit for a minute. I'm like, yeah, I can sit. Or those are the customers that I will just send them the proposal. A lot of the times I'll send the proposal, call the customer, talk to them about it, whatever. But if they're just price shopping, I'll send them my price, because if the price is going to scare them away, that's all I needed to do, instead of wasting a 15 to 20 minute conversation going over film options. And then they ask about price. And then I'm like, and then they just kind of disengage and they're like, all right, I'm out of here.
Bro, but when it's the
What's
winner,
so funny, Rico?
When it's the winner, though, bro, I'm
answering I'm calling 3 times a day.
Hey, man, you price shopping me too. What you looking for?
Yeah, shit, I'll price shop myself. I'll drop a 20.
Like it's all about qualifying your leads and qualifying your customers. Is where is your business at the time being of what you should or shouldn't. And that even goes to your pricing too. If you're say you're booked out a couple of weeks and like your close rate is, let's say, well above 40, say it's 50, 60%, you're not charging enough. Charge more.
Dude, mine's like right at 33%.
That's what's happening.
30 and 40 is the sweet spot. That's where you want to be.
But I'm only doing like, I had the numbers the other day. I'm getting like 60 something leads a month, or not a month. Is that what it was? I think it's like 60 something a month, and I'm closing like 33% of them or something. And one man show, just me, calls, texts, everything, installs. Hey, how you doings? Here, you picking up? Here's your keys. Like, that's pretty good for me, because this is how I want it to go. Like, I don't want to close every single lead, because then I'm gonna be way too booked and I'm not charging enough, like you were saying.
That you are literally hitting the exact spot where, in my mind, your price is exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden that starts creeping up and you're starting to book out, raise your price. That is the easiest way to
I'm like this close to raising my prices, dude, because I do like certain vehicles I'll charge a little more, like a Charger. I'll add $50 because it's kind of a pain in the ass, right? And when they jump right on it, I'm like, damn, they must have went somewhere else and got a price of like 500 or some shit, right?
Bro,
or
once
like
you raise your price, you never get a Charger.
More. I mean, all I'm saying is I got a call today about a charger, and he ain't called me back. So
That's what I'm saying. You
So
never have to
we
deal
will
with a charger.
see.
I haven't done a charger for like a year.
Dude, honestly, I think I've only done one in like the past year or two,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm not.
I don't think I've seen a lot in my shop, to be honest. Those have
That's
kind of
wild.
they really have fallen off.
Oh no,
Yo, but the new charger, bro, I could tint those
I haven't
things all
seen it.
day. The
I
new
haven't seen the new
charger,
one.
it's
2-door?
frameless. The back window's almost flat. It's a
Oh,
hatchback.
dude, that sounds easy.
Yeah,
So
I've seen
beautiful.
a couple of them. I don't think we've done one yet, but I've seen a couple of them.
Nice.
No.
So guys, if y'all are cool with it, we can go ahead and shut her down. It's
Let's
it's
do it.
been about 1 hour 40. Ricky, man, dude, it's yeah, you're on the way back time. Johnny's like what? It's like almost 10 o'clock there now.
Yeah.
The West Coast.
9:42.
Dude, we got East, Central, and West Coast time
That's
right
it.
here in one spot on the Dark Truth
There
podcast.
you go.
But man, Ricky, again, we do want to promote Tint Lab. We were kind of goofing off during the show with it, but that's kind of how we like to promote things here and there because we do appreciate what you do for the industry. You are a champion.
Yeah,
You
for
do
sure.
have the champion mentality, and to pass that on to people is fucking admirable, man. To be able to take that business framework that you have that makes your business so successful and teach others will definitely, like Johnny's saying, it'll elevate the tent industry. If anybody's interested, use code ShadyJ and you'll get 20%. I'm just kidding.
Add it.
Just
Add it to
yeah,
your
20% extra that goes to my pocket. No, but y'all reach out to Ricky. You got a website for it, or is it just reach out to you? Or
No. So if you want to get in touch and pretty much see if it is a fit for your company, because that's the biggest thing. Like the first call is a sales call. The first call is pretty much let's see if we can help you, if it is a fit for you, because it is pretty niche right now. We do plan on expanding it into adding more beginning courses and then more advanced courses after the fact. But you go to tintlabusa.com, fill out the lead form, and we'll reach out and get in touch with you and see if it's a fit, see if it is something we can help you with.
hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
I love it.
Awesome.
I like seeing the homies doing big things, man. Me and Johnny will be there one day.
Hey, but Ricky, like you can quit competing and walk off into the sunset, bro. And
Yeah,
you
dude.
like you can quit now. You know
Let me hold one.
Like,
Let me hold one of your 5 Olfa blades.
I need to I gotta add to mine. Like unfortunately, like I know I've seen
Dude, Fernand's got a fucking
it's good.
Jordan, bro. Fernan is the Jordan, the Michael Jordan of window tinting.
He
right
really
now, bro.
is, bro. Like he's got the championships, bro. Like it's crazy. That motherfucker's so good.
As much as I love Fernand, but he's got some firsts in there, but he's got a lot of seconds and thirds in there, and the only thing I got is nothing but first.
Oh, shots fired.
That's all I got in my case. You know, that's
either first or last, baby. He's Ricky Bobby up in that motherfucker.
True, absolutely true. If you're not first,
that was pretty cold. I ain't gonna lie. That's a bar.
That was fucked
in the
up.
words of Tint Star Bob,
I was complimenting him in his tint lab. You see what happens, bro? When you try to be nice to Ricky, bro.
I'm going after Fernand,
dude.
Everyone says,
"Oh, that's okay."
No, I love poking the bear, dude. Fernand got the fire relit for me for competing.
Bro, you gotta get past me first.
Ooh.
You gotta get past me. Did you not forget
the
Johnny, ass whooping you received?
Johnny gets one over Ricky, dog, and he's just fucking.
Okay.
Did you not?
I love this. There's nothing but like this is what makes me not want to stop competing. Like, bro, I love the run that Fernand. Seeing him win that Hexas competition was awesome.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
So cool. Seeing the finals, doing the hood half wrap, half hand cut, like that shit was. Dude, I'm extremely jealous. You have no idea. Like, without a doubt, jealous. Like I saw that pop up, and I was like, "There's no way I can go out there. My wife will kill me. My sister's gonna kill me because she's not gonna put that shit in the budget because she's gonna be like, yeah, we do PPF, but the whole point of Tint Lab is flat glass. You're not going to a PPF competition. Shut the fuck up, not happening.
Right.
So, but like seeing him go and do that, like, dude, I couldn't be more excited to see what he does in France and hopefully utterly goes over.
Dude, I want him to win it, man. I want him to win.
But no, I love busting Fernand's balls because everyone says don't poke the bear. No, I want to poke the bear. I want to go up against the biggest and baddest. Like that's what
same
me the fire relit is like seeing Ferdinand, the run he's on right now. I was like, all right, I gotta check in, get ready, get locked in, and I need to, beyond winning the flat class, I need to get into the other competitions. I'm stoked.
I love it. Yeah, but a
no,
lot of respect for all the guys that win.
I appreciate so much you guys having me on. I love
dude.
sitting down and talking like with industry people. Like it is the easiest thing to do in the world. And
So
those
fun.
are some of my favorite podcasts I've already done. In Board of Tint is literally, cause I know it's like, do you prepare for it? Like if it's someone from the industry, not at all. Like I see where you're from, and especially if it's someone that I know. If it's one of my friends, it's like this is gonna be the easiest thing in the world. We're gonna sit down and shoot shit and just talk industry. It's the easiest thing to do in the world, and I absolutely love doing it. Like it's almost been 2 hours, and it doesn't feel like that at all.
Nah.
Bro, my wife says we always talk about the same shit. We just say it different. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Same shit in different shades. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. I like that, dude. Different film lines, baby.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good
Nah,
one.
man. No, bro, but for a huge respect for you in the competition world, and huge respect for you in the industry world, bro. You are a giant in the industry, bro. You know, I did look up to you, but you know, once you get to the top, you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
I can't wait for Tender Battles.
Hey, save Johnny. Save me a seat, bro.
I got you, big dog. No, we're going up, bro. We're going up.
But all right, everybody watching, we appreciate y'all coming by and watching for a little bit, man. We will be, I don't know if we'll be back next week because I'll be in Baton Rouge, but I'll try to figure it out.
Oh shit! If I'm here in Cincinnati, you're gonna take your fucking computer.
Yeah, right, bro. I can't take my computer. I can't take my computer. I might try the laptop though. I might take the laptop. If not, I'll just use my phone. But man, Ricky, again, thanks for being on, dude. It's been a great conversation. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, we're gonna kick your ass out of here though.
Later, guys.
All right, brother.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That was our guest, Ricky. Johnny, what a great show, as always.
Dude, that was so much knowledge.
A bunch, man. A bunch.
Bro, I can only imagine what the Tint Lab looked like for real. Like honestly, like if he's talking like he was just shooting it out, like boom, 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 dude. Like that's what he teaches, bro. That's what you're gonna take. That's what you're gonna learn at Tint Labs.
Yeah, it seems very exciting, man. And when he mentioned it, I hadn't even seen it yet, and then it just started popping up on my feed, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude! I can't wait to talk about it because I want to see what he's doing, like the quality that comes out and the testimonials for people that use it and all that kind of stuff, right? And again, we're not sponsored by Tint Lab. We're just doing this out of the kindness of the show because this is what we like to do on here. So any guests that we have in the future, if you have like a program or a product or something that you want to push, merch, whatever, feel free to talk about it on the show. But yeah, so this has been another riveting episode of the Dark Truth Podcast. You know what we forgot to do?
We forgot to give him the last saying.
We forgot.
Say so.
Ricky, will you come? Are you still here? Hold on. I seen him slide back in. I totally spaced on that, bro.
Bro, I was trying to lead up to. All right, bro. My bad, bro. Man, he was trying to kick you out so fast. I told him,
that's on me, dog. That's on me, bro. My bad.
It's all good.
Go ahead, Johnny.
All right, Ricky. So at the end of every show, we like to hear some gems, bro. Like some motivational speeches, shit. Like one more time, you know. Give us something that, you know, somebody that's new in the industry that looks up to you, you know, give them some words of wisdom, bro. Drop some knowledge. Drop a bar, bro. I would
say the one thing that I wish I would have recognized a lot earlier is don't be afraid to fail. And don't consider it a failure if you're willing to keep going after it again and again. Like that's the only time it's going to be a failure is if all of a sudden you just give up. Don't give up. Keep going. And dialing it down to if I want to be pointed at the competitions, like, the competitions are hard. Every single one of them is a learning lesson. To try to do, like, I would sit down afterwards if you're able to and go through it. Like, what did you do? What was your plan? How did you execute it? And then bring that into the next competition. And then even when it comes to the business side of everything, like, don't beat yourself up about decisions and don't let inaction be your failure. Like, if you feel like the decision is going to like, oh, I can't raise my price. I can't do this. I can't do that. Look at the decision and decide whether Like, how irreversible is this decision? Like, all right, I'm going to try this for 2 weeks, or say set amount of customers. I'm going to try this for 40, 50 leads. Look at what it did. And if it negatively impacted what you were doing, reverse the decision and then try to hit it from a different angle. Or you're going to see the results from it and realize, like, damn, I wish I would have done that earlier. Like, for us, it was raising our price. Like, that's always kind of like one of those things you're afraid of, that, or are we going to lose our customers? What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get some no's a couple weeks in a row, and then you're going to realize, like, all right, no, I got to bring my price back down because I'm not getting any work. So don't let inaction let you fail. Always get after it.
He said one more time, bro. One more time.
Really, hey, that's exactly what that means. It's not a failure.
I know.
You're willing to try one more time.
I heard that
in book, and I told my wife, I was like, all right, I got my next tattoo. I put that shit on my chest instantly.
I love it.
No, I like that, bro. Like, that reminds me. Like, don't let your inactive. Say that one more time. Don't let
inaction be the reason why you fail. Not acting on something, because a lot of people do it. I'm as guilty as anyone else. Is the fear of the decision.
Be about it.
Actually doing it. Like,
don't talk about it.
See what happens. You can reverse the decision. It's like, even the simple, like I said, like when you're putting in more friction into your leads because you want your lead more qualified. Like, put it in there. Deposits. Try the deposits. We were scared shitless of doing deposits for the longest time. We put it in and we realized, like, oh, people really don't care. Like, yeah, you're gonna get your like 1 or 2-3% that do, but that's the minority. Don't let the minority control what you do with your company.
For sure.
Agreed.
So
for sure.
Yeah. Again, guys, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
I gotta go eat, man.
Appreciate
we
you.
said
all right.
We said like a sentence. Well, this would be the whole paragraph.
All right.